Hi, Gordon Anderson again from gordontheguru.co.uk. I often talk about stress. Stress is a word that's regularly used these days, and there are lots of different types of stress, and oftentimes we produce it ourselves. So from a holistic standpoint, I often refer to the holistic triangle, and ideally we want this triangle to be equilateral, and it depicts us, every aspect of us, the whole of us if you like. And one side is biochemical, one is physiological, and one is emotional, psychological. Now we can have all kinds of stress. I can put stress into my body by ingesting toxins or being in a toxic environment, a polluted environment, and it will obviously affect my biochemistry. Everything that I consume, put in my mouth, everything that I neglect to put in my mouth, that I'm deficient in, can all affect my body's ability and my body's immune system's ability to deal with stress. Then if we look at our physiology, in that area there's positive and negative stress. Moderate exercise, the right type of exercise, is really good for the body. It supports our immune system and our cardiovascular system, maintains our muscle integrity, our range of movement, our physiology. The body thrives in movement. So if we're not using our physiology in a positive way, then we can be inducing some stress. Some people overtrain, overexert themselves. But the main source of stress, the thing that's talked about most nowadays, the reason that takes the majority of people to the doctor, it's estimated 75 to 90% of doctor visits are stress related these days. Absenteeism at work, all these dis-eases means that we're not at ease, are induced from stress. So what is it? How do we do it in our mind? Well, if we just bring a bad memory to mind, something that happened in the past, we can induce stress in our body. We can use our thoughts to create stress. So it's something that we do actually create. And what does that mean? We have some control over it. So again, how we use our physiology sends a signal to our body. What we consume and don't consume has an effect. How we think, the beliefs that we have, our thought patterns all have an effect on our stress levels. So why is that important? When our cells are at ease, they are healthy, they are in a healthy environment. When they are at dis-ease, either through anything being out of balance or whatever aspect of us isn't quite in working cooperatively, then we can induce stress, and that depletes us. It depletes our immune system, it depletes our wellness, our well-being, and it opens us up to opportunistic diseases. Stress creates a hormone response. Lots of us have heard of the fight or flight response. Now that's useful. If I encounter a saber-toothed tiger or a bear in the woods, it's a good idea for me to get out there fast to, induce the fight or flight response. So the fight or flight response is useful, but many people are chronically stressed, induced by their own thoughts as they go through their life. What happens is our adrenals are activated and we get adrenaline pouring into our system. We can have cortisol following that, and cortisol is very damaging to the body and to the brain, and it's just not good for our health. When we are stressed, we're in the fight or flight response. Blood is diverted to our arms and our legs, from the front of our brain to the back of our brain, so that we can escape the danger. Our blood sugar escalates. So if you're in the business of losing weight or maintaining your body composition, being chronically stressed all the time, inducing stress, is something that you really want to address. So look at the most healthy nations in the world. I refer to the Chinese a lot. The Chinese say partial breathing is partial living. If you look at how they eat, if you look at how they live their lives, just some young kids going by, hi. If you look at how they live their lives, how they exercise, everything is in balance, everything is in moderation. They do things like Tai Chi, they eat in a very healthy way, they respect the elderly, they've got a very positive philosophy, and that's why they live for a very long time in good health and in wellness and well-being. So just a few things to share with you on this beautiful night in the west of Scotland. I hope that you're stress-free wherever you are, and make a practice of paying attention to how you feel at any given moment. You're either at ease or dis-ease, and you have the power and you have the control. So take some control, and until the next time, live well and be well. Bye for now.